friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. What did y'all think about last night's episode? I bet them 90 Day producers feel real good about right now. See, the 90 Day producer said, I'm tired of y'all talking about us. Honey, they was probably directed it towards me because I have done told the 90 Day producers to drive off of a cliff, drink bleach, kick bricks. I done told them to do all that. But last night, honey, they said, see, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Now, they waited till the last 30 seconds, but they pulled a rabbit out of the hat. Now, if you conjure up Williams, then I'll be impressed. But I give it to you. You got me. Did y'all know? Did y'all see that coming? Because I didn't. I didn't, y'all. I didn't, friends. But let's get into the review, shall we? All right, first let's talk about Jeffrey and V. As we know, they went camping. And they got beat with some turnip greens. And child, Jeffrey was feeling himself, honey. Jeffrey said, now listen, okay? Igor done talked for her. You know, I've been giving her some good loving. We haven't been arguing. She done left her mama. I'm good, okay? You know, I'm confident. So he proposes. Now, me, myself, I was thinking that she was going to say yes. Boy, was I wrong, honey. Honey, he was like, will you marry me? And she looked and she nodded and she hung and she howled. And she said, no. That's what she said, y'all. She said no. She says, I'm not ready. That's what she said, okay? Now, she says, I don't want to rush into this, okay? She says, I'm not ready to leave home. I'm not ready to pick up and leave everything to go over to the United States just in case I may be abused. Baby. And so she says, listen, I can't say yes at this time. Ooh, y'all, my eyes are watering. Ooh. She says, I cannot say yes at this time, okay? I still love you. I still care about you, but the answer is no. Not yet. Give me a little bit of time, and honey, Jeffrey was like, take it back. Jeffrey was shocked. Honey, you put a blow to his ego, child. He said, what do you mean you're not ready? What are you talking about? I come all the way over here? And you just gonna break my heart like this? What is really going on? He says, I just cannot believe this. Okay. What are we doing here? We are in this relationship. I thought she was in it to win it. But oh no. She said no. So it's the next day and it's a couple of days and he has to get his butt back home, child. All right. So they're on their way to the airport, child. And honey, you can cut the tension with a knife. Honey, Jeffrey is so smashed up against that window. I thought he was going to jump out. Jeffrey is still hot and bothered. He is upset. He says, I cannot believe she said no. How could she do this to me? All right, and then here's V. And V said, now listen here. I said no, but I also said not now. Okay, not now. And so Jeffrey says, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. See, he was trying to make V feel guilty. See, he was saying, listen, I'm letting you know I'm not coming back. So she can say, okay, let's get married. She was like, nope. Something in my soul is telling me no. That's what she said, honey. She said, you're a whole street pharmacist. Okay? You done been in jail. You done been in prison. You out here selling drugs. I can't say yes to that. Okay? Now see, if you would have told me this ahead of time, you wouldn't have brought your butt over here, because I would have told you, no, don't be coming over here with your criminal past and your prison food. Don't be coming over here. But you did. You waited till you come over here and tell me this. So, I'm going to have to say no. So he's like, I'm leaving. I am never coming back. You would never see me again. It's over. That's it. Okay? So, you know, she was a little upset, all right? And so she's looking like, I don't understand why he's saying this, okay? She's like, I don't understand why he keeps saying, I'm leaving, I'm never coming back. She's like, is this over? Is he like literally breaking up with me? Okay, I'm not understanding, okay? She's saying, you know, give it some time. Honey, Jeffrey said, I ain't got time. It's either a yes or a no. It ain't gonna be no later down the road. Okay, so he goes inside. It was a little hug. Okay, he goes in the airport, and here's V. V's wandering around. She paces. She says, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. And then I thought, oh Lord, she's gonna run in there and say yes. But she didn't. She goes in there. She gives him a hug. And she was like, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I don't want you to leave. And she's crying, not flying. And he was like, I gotta go. He was like, you said no. I have to go. That phone haven't rang all day. And the minute I record, it never fails. But anyway, so she said, I don't know what to do. She's crying. And they hug, and he says, I have to go. I have to go. And so he gets on the plane. He had that single Denzel Washington cheer from North. And that's that on that. Now, we see in the previews that he's with some flowers at a restaurant, and he meeting up with another woman. What's wrong with Jeffrey, y'all? I was really rooting for Jeffrey. So, that's breakup number 1. Okay, now listen, okay? V had her concerns, okay? If V don't want to get married to a man who has been in prison, okay? Now, he says he's changed his life. He was younger. He was selling drugs to make money. He was growing up in some Tennessee trailer park. I added that in. He didn't say that. But, you know, he looked like somebody who was, you know, sitting around outside, you know, in somebody's trailer park. But, listen, okay? She didn't want to. She said no, all right? And he has a sketchy past, allegedly, okay? According to y'all detectives, he done went upside some women's heads. So, Jeffrey, she said no. Now, the question is she going to change her mind, y'all? Or are they done? See, are they semi-done or are they done? See, that's the question, okay? That's the question. All right, that's breakup number 1, child. Cry, stop, fly. All right, then let me get Avery and Ash out the way. See, they spent too much time with these two, child. Avery and Ash. Ash is still upset. Honey, his eyes was busted out his head. Honey, he done packed up his bags. He was rushing out of the apartment, child, out of the Airbnb. He was hot. And so Avery just sitting there. And so Ash said, you understand I'm leaving, right? You do understand I'm gone. I'm out of here. Okay? And so she was like, when you out of here, you're acting real childish. I thought we was going to talk about this. And so Ash says, listen, you do understand I'm leaving. Okay? So anyway, so they go over on that couch. All right? And so Ash is saying that, you know, listen, okay, the way you came at me was wrong. You attacked me. How you gonna come at me like that? And she was like, do you know how you talk to me? Do you know what you said to me? You said that I was heartless. That's what you said. How do I supposed to respond to that? That hurt me. Ash talking about he hurt. Avery said she hurt. Honey, just two bag of fools. I just can't with Avery and Ash. All this talking and let's talk and let's... So they get together And so here's Ash. Ash said the bottom line is we need to be honest with each other. You be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. All this arguing and fussing over that conference? I guess, child. So they get up and they hug. Of course, Avery, she ain't gonna let that go. She still wants to talk about it, but Ash is over there having a full-blown temper tantrum. Fussing, mad, they're called the Heartless. They get in the car. Now, Avery's supposed to meet his son and the ex. And you got all this tension. Y'all mad at each other. Y'all fussing at each other. So they in the car, and so here's Ash. Ash says, I feel that we have tension. There's still tension between us. And so Avery was like, yeah, there's tension. Okay? I mean, that really didn't solve anything. That little hug that we did, you know, I got some pent up stuff. We really didn't talk it out. Okay? So, yeah, I'm a little upset. And she said, let me tell you how upset I am. I don't want to sleep with you tonight. Boy, why she say that, y'all? Child, did y'all see Ash's eyes? Honey, I thought they was gonna bust out his head, child. I said no. She said, I just don't feel like that we need to, stay in the same room. And so, honey, here's Ash. Ash says, what? What? We're supposed to be together, not apart. How are we gonna work out our issues if we're separated? That's not gonna help. And so Avery said, I don't care what you got to say, Mr. Relationship Therapist. I want my own room. So he says, okay. He says, all right. See, he stopped right there. He knew he was not gonna win. He just shut that mouth. He dropped her off at the hotel. Okay, so he dropped her off at the hotel. And he went to go see his son. Now, this is my question, friends. I understand that you don't want to stay in the same room. But why did y'all have to stay in the same hotel? I mean, do your son live that far away? They stayed in two different hotels. That made no sense to me. But anyway, he said he had to go see his son. And he was at the ex's house. And so Avery was at the hotel. She had to catch a cab. So she called a cab to the exes. Child, that whole scene didn't even make no sense. So she goes over there, and that boy is just so cute. I mean, he's adorable. He's so adorable. So there's Taj. And what's the ex's name, y'all? Sin? Is that her name? Let's call her the ex. And the pleasantries all around, it was huggy. How you doing? You look good. I'm glad y'all together. I mean, it was nothing but, it didn't seem like any tension. I mean, they are trying to get to know each other. They're a little nervous. Taj, he gave, Avery a hug. And, the ex gave a hug. I mean, it was really nice, They were talking. And so the ex was like, listen, you want to go for a drink? So Avery and the ex goes to this little local wine lounge or whatever to have a drink. Okay. Now, this is what I got out of this conversation. Now, apparently, the ex and Ash had been together for 14 years. Okay, 14 years they've been together. And she says that Ash has always been laid back, well-mannered. Everyone likes Ash. He's very positive. He never meets a stranger. He's the one that carries on the conversation to keep things going. I mean, she had nothing but positive things to say about Ash. So here's Avery. And so Avery was like, okay. And so Avery says, well, is he an honest person? Because see, Avery is trying to figure out, who is this Ash? Why he blowing up like he blowing up? I don't get it. Okay. Now see, the Ash that the ex is talking about, Avery's only seen a little bit of that. Okay. What's really going on? So, She says, is Ash honest? And so the ex-wife says, yes, that ex-wife did not flinch. When Avery says, is Ash honest? That ex-wife, she didn't flinch. She says, yes, he's honest. Okay. And so she was like, okay, then why did y'all, break up? If everything was so honky-dory and so tulipy and so, milk chocolatey, everything was happy. Why did y'all not stay together? She said that everything was fine until they had that baby. Okay. And she says that once they had that kid, she says, listen, we did not know what we were doing. Okay. We were a hot mess. Bottom line, we were a hot mess. And when Taj came, it just uprooted everything. Okay. And they grew apart, but they remained friends. She said that's all it is. The child came, we grew apart. All right. And so here's Avery. Avery was like, okay, all right. And so then she brings up that divorce. And so come to find out that Ash and the ex-wife have only been divorced for a year. Okay. But they've been separated for a long time, but they just now, got divorced. Now, Avery, she took aback by this. She was like, now, wait a minute. He made me think that they were divorced for a long time. Why? What's he hiding? What's he hiding? Listen, bottom line. Okay? I'm sick of Ash and Avery. I really am. I'm sick of them. Now, see, I was rooting for them. Now, see, listen. Okay, listen. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of Ash and Avery. I'm sick of Avery trying to find something. Okay, all right? If you don't want to be with this man, don't be with this man. Didn't your friends tell you there's someone quite right, but oh no, you had to go and venture out and find out for yourself? Then you find out. You done talk to the ex, okay? The ex done told you all that you needed to know. Now, friends, do you all think that Ash is hiding something? Do you all think that the ex is lying? Why would the ex lie for Ash? Why would she lie? I'm not understanding. I will say, the way she made Ash out to be, very sweet, very kind, very, sympathetic. We have seen another side of Ash. Okay? Honey, he done called the heartless. He done blew up. I guess that was being honest. So, what would the ex gain in lying about Ash? Okay? She don't know this woman. Okay? So, anyway. So, they brought up that youngin. And then they brought up, Taj and Ash going over to United States. Okay? And so she says, listen, I'm not down with it. Okay? That's my baby. That's my baby. I don't want my baby going over to United States. Okay? And I told Ash, you need to think about this. Okay? Give it 5 years. Okay? See, my baby's staying here in Australia. Okay? And Ash need to keep his butt here in Australia. Now, if he wants to go over to the United States 2 or 3 times a year, so be it. But my baby's staying here. Just like any mother would. What mother? Or I guess I should say this. What decent mother would have her child go across the country with their father and stay? You out your mind. Even Avery said that. Avery was like, I'm a mother and I wouldn't do that. Exactly. Okay. So anyway, Avery was like, now I got things to talk to Ash about. Am I willing to wait 5 years and doing this, long distance relationship? And is Ash really being honest with me? I have spent too much time on Ives and Avery. I done spent too much time. And Ash, honey, if you don't quit wearing those skinny jeans. Have y'all noticed those skinny jeans? Honey, they are doing nothing for your butt. Please stop wearing those skinny jeans, child. Is that the style in Australia? Honey, y'all can keep it. Now I know I told myself I wasn't going to talk about these two unless they snatching each other bald, but I had to because we got another breakup, child. Cry, stop, fly, child, and it was the dumbest breakup I've ever seen. Fake, see. So we have Erica and Stephanie. Okay, Erica, she Miss Australia. She done came out to her family. Okay, her family was cool with it. All right, they cool with it. So her and Stephanie was talking. So, hey, it's time for Stephanie to come out to her mama. Okay, now I'm not going to go into detail with these two. I will say this. Erica's earrings, them avocado earrings was cute. I need a pair of those. Where they at, on Amazon? I need a pair of those earrings. They were real cute. But anyway, bottom line is, Stephanie is sitting there fake, talking to her mama when she's supposed to come out to her mama because y'all, she says she's bisexual. So she's talking to her mama and she says, I have something to tell you. And she says, I swear with the sharks. Because you know she's all sickly. Okay, but when she's out here running them temper tantrums, ain't no wrong with her. When she's out here fake acting, ain't no wrong with her. Where them pills at? Where's that respirator machine at, Stephanie? So anyway, so of course Erica looking at her like she got two heads and was like, I know this heifer did. This heifer told me that she was going to come out to her mom. And she ain't. Okay, so of course Stephanie, she has an excuse. Because she's bisexual. Long story short, it's the next morning, child. They had went over to a friend's house playing a game. I don't care. So they over the next morning. They wake up, and when I tell you, Stephanie, Miss YouTuber woke up with a full face. Did y'all see that? I said, what'd she do? Get up in the middle of the night, put her hair on, put her hair together, put her face on? Man, please. See, this is why I can't talk about these two. So, here comes Erica. All right? Erica was like, you know, I'm a little bit surprised that you didn't come out to your mom. Okay? And so here comes Stephanie on the defensive. And so Erica tells her that she was involved with someone years ago and how it didn't work out because they didn't come out. Okay, this person did not come out to the loved one, so it didn't work out between them. Okay, you know, Erica is saying, look, I don't want to be a secret. Okay, that hurt me the last time. I'm not going to do it this time. You need to come out to your family. I came out to mine. You know, if you truly are a bisexual woman, if you truly do love me, what's the problem? You're grown, ain't you? So here's Stephanie. Oh my God, I love my mom too much. I don't know how she's gonna handle it. She gonna get hurt. Blah, blah, blah. Then what you doing? Erica made a great point. Then why are you in a relationship with a woman? If you are so-called bisexual and you're afraid to come out to your mom, you're gonna keep your relationship in the closet for the rest of your life along with you, Stephanie. You a whole fool. So Stephanie, she gets upset. She takes a bowl and smashes it again. Where's that medicine at? Honey, did you miss it? Where's that medicine? Don't you supposed to have a hard time breathing? Child, she runs outside, cries, not flying. Honey, Erica is crying up on the bed. Honey, Stephanie says that it's over. She's packing her stuff. Erica's like, child, I'm just going to go home. That's what Erica said. Erica said, I'm going to my mama's house. I ain't got time for this foolishness. So she's packing up all her stuff, her little cute earrings. And she said, I'm out. Okay, it is over. Okay, I can't take this stress. You've been here for how long was Miss YouTuber there? 2 to 3 weeks? And they fought every day. It was a disaster. This whole couple was a disaster. Their storyline was a disaster. Stephanie a disaster. Breakup number 2. we go. Let's talk about Ed and Rose. Now, 4'11" and Rose. See, I needed more of them. I needed more of them. Okay? Because, see, that's what I wanted to see. See, less time with Ash and Avery. I needed more of 4'11" and Rose. Honey, as we know, Rose told 4'11", I'm done. I'm done. And Rose just, clearly said, you have hurt me. Okay? You have hurt me today. You hurt me yesterday. You hurt me the day before. And you'll hurt me tomorrow. I'm done with you. I'm done with your lies. Okay? I'm done with you not understanding me. I'm tired of you 4'11", honey. Ed did not know what to think. Honey, he was looking confused, honey. His neck was swelling up. Honey, he was like, he was like, I don't understand where this is coming from. I have never, ever seen this side of Rose. Ever. He tells Rose that, he had this all planned out, that he was going to propose to her. And, he wanted her to be in his life. And it's ruined, okay? He just don't understand where this is coming from. So Rose said, well, let me spell it out a little bit more for you. I'm pissed. Okay? You don't deserve me. Okay? You don't deserve me. You are a liar. You have hurt me for the last time. You said that you didn't even tell me that you wanted kids. You was telling me that you wanted kids. You know how I felt about kids. You done embarrassed me. I have done laid it out for you. It's your fault that you sitting here looking fool like a fool on a stool. I'm telling you, it's done. Okay? I'm a new woman. I was like, all right, Rose, you better do it. Okay, so 4'11", he couldn't handle it. He starts crying. Okay, he starts crying. He said that he thought that him and Rose was going to be together. Him and his 5XL shirt gets up and walks off. Rose just sit there. So Rose go back to the hotel and she says, I'm going home. Okay, I'm going home to my son. I'm going home to my family, and I'm done with 4'11". Okay? I'm done with him. He don't deserve me. That's right, Rose. Man, how a season change. When this season started, I was all for 4'11". I thought he was funny, and I thought Rose and him was gonna be cute. I thought, oh, honey, 4'11" cut a shine. See, that night, when he asked her about that STD test, it was a wrap, honey. It was a wrap. Honey, that will never ever leave Rose's mind. It won't leave her mind. But anyway, right now, 4'11" and Rose are broke up. Okay? Breakup number 3. Rose said, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Honey, she's done. She was done. 2 through. Alright, let's get to the main event. I never thought David would be the last, and certainly least. I never thought I would talk about him last, but let's talk about David. Okay. Now, as we know, David had been stood up 4 times. All right, he talked to the private eye. He didn't like what the private investigator said, so he takes his butt back over to the Ukraine. You know why? Because he had a chat with Lana, and Lana told him that she had cold feet. Now, see, all this time I'm thinking, David, there is no way he took his butt back to Ukraine. He's crazy. So he gets to Ukraine. Lana done told him that she stays in Kiev, and that, she stays with her sister. Okay? So he gets over there, and everything is, fine. He gets on his little laptop. There was some conversation, and then he contacts the private investigator. Now, the private investigator, the one that he said he don't want to hear nothing he has to say, the one that he says he didn't know what he was talking about. So he gets a translator. He goes and he talks to this private investigator. So he was like, I'm the guy who paid you. All right. Now, I done talked to Lana, and Lana says that she's in Kiev. Is there any way you can find that out? And so he was like, listen, no. Okay? There's no way for me to find that out. I have said what I said. Okay? This is the information I found on this so-called Lana. Okay? She has several pictures out there. She's on several different websites. I think she's a liar. Okay? And I think she's a scammer. All right? That's what I think. I think that she's a liar. I think she's a scammer. Okay? So here's David. You're fired! Don't he look like that giant in Jack and the Beanstalk? Oh, child. So, he fires the private investigator. The private investigator was looking like, I don't care. I've been paid. David. Okay, so. He says that he trusts Lana. Okay? He says that this private investigator don't know what he's talking about. There is no way Lana is scamming him. They've been together for 7 years. They've been in a relationship for 7 years. Lana is his girl. Okay. So, talk to Lana again. And Lana said, I'm here. I am ready to meet you. I mean, daggone, you're going to keep coming. So I might as well meet you. So she says, meet me at the square. So here's David combing his fake hair, combing that dead beaver on his head, child, putting on a little Dollar General aftershave, and he says, smelling good, looking good. No, David, no, but hey, you gotta have confidence. So, they say that they gonna meet at a square, okay, a public place in Russia, a public place in Ukraine. So, they get over there, a public place, child. So, they supposed to be at what time? 2 o'clock? 6 o'clock? 7 o'clock? Whatever. I think it was 7 o'clock. So, they get over there. So, David's there. He's standing. He's waiting, child, honey. Him and his beaver hat. And so, he was like, it's time. It's time. And so, I'm like, oh, my God. She's not real. She's not showing up. Here we gonna have another cliffhanger. Okay. So then he says, is that her? Is that her? And I was like, here we go. Another cliffhanger. And who shows up, y'all? Lana. Honey, when I tell you Lana shows up and showed out, honey, I said that I know the devil is a lie. Now I know you lied. I know you lied. I was like, okay, so Lana is real. I still think she's a scammer, but she's real. Okay, and honey, the look on his face, honey, he was just so happy. And honey, they was hugging each other, and she was smiling. And so, honey, he was just too through. Because, see, his whole thing was proving everybody wrong. Proving that Lana is real, that Lana is his girl, that he was in a 7-year relationship with Lana. Yes, Lana is real. But see, this is the thing, David. She's real, but she's still a scammer. Y'all are not going to have a relationship. She's still a scammer. And my thing, 90 Day Producers, how long did it take for y'all to conjure her up? Where y'all find her at? How much money did you give her? Because there ain't no way you going to tell me that she came on this show for free. No way. After 5 times. Why didn't she show up the last time y'all was there? Y'all needed something. So you gave her a little bit of change and she came out of underneath a rock, child. It must be a pretty penny that y'all gave her. But hey, I'm not complaining. That was a good little cliffhanger. Honey, that was a good little surprise. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Never ever would I thought that this woman would show up. All right, friends, what did y'all think? Were you shocked when Lana came around that corner? Or did y'all investigative detectives know this already? Child, everybody else is probably like, child, we been new. But But I was shocked. Alright, so anyway, what y'all think about last night's episode? Honey, it was dry up until the last 30 seconds. But we had some breakups, child. Alright? How long is Ash and Avery gonna hold on to dear life? Because, child, this a mess. So, anyway, guys, as you know the routine, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye!